Hello my loves, how are you doing today? I hope that you're good, that you, your family and your loved ones are healthy, happy and safe. So I'm coming back to you today in this Magic Friday with a special special video. It's something that I wanted to share with you for the longest time, but recently I have been getting so many private readings about I want to manifest this, how can I go about it, I want to have this, I want to manifest maybe a certain person or maybe a certain amount of money, how can I go about it? And just I thought about making it public, as in making it as a video in the channel, so that this knowledge can actually, you can access it. It doesn't matter if you would want to manifest a person or maybe a job or maybe an opportunity. It really doesn't matter. The process is still going to be the same. It's just that maybe what you want, it might differ from one person or the other. So first of all, before we're gonna start, I just would like you to know that when it comes to the manifestation practice and process, it's something that is very, very personal. It's something that can be a certain way for certain people or one person and completely different for other people. And so with that, my dears, I'm not giving you maybe those points or maybe those bullet points as in this is really like all there is to how can you manifest anything in your life. But what I have, like myself, tried and it worked every time and we're gonna talk about that in a little while, but just so you know, you can actually make something for yourself, something that you feel comfortable doing, and something that you can call as personal and as your own. So it doesn't have to be exact same steps that I'm going to be sharing with you in a while, but it could be something else. And I highly appreciate it if you could, as an example, share what you have already done, the things that you have already manifested, how you did it, what are the practices that were effective for you. You can share it with everybody and share your knowledge, share something that could be maybe useful to someone that might read it afterwards. You can of course share it in the comment section down below. So as I have told you, like when it comes to manifestation, is something that is very individual. And if you are getting maybe an advice, or if you have seen, or even with this video, if you are maybe not sure about certain steps and you wanted to do it in another way, this is exactly how you should do it. Like always follow the way that you feel about this manifestation practice, and all that matters is for all those steps in all this ritual or ceremony or whatever you would want to call it to be comfortable for you, to be something that you would want to do with enthusiasm, and it's going to be something that you are going to be happy doing, not a burden, not something that is going to be worrisome for you, but something that you would want almost you can't wait to actually do it. Okay, so with that was just the intro, and you can go in the comment section down below, so that in the info box down below, so that you can know all the steps that we're gonna look into in this particular reading. Maybe you're gonna be not reading in this particular video. If you would want to look at one part or the other, you can of course go directly and click on the timestamps. And the next part of this reading, I wanted to share of this video, oh my goodness, this video, I wanted also to include a pick a card, so that it could be a little bit more personalized for every single one of you. And maybe there is a message that might be of use to you, other than the maybe information that I'm gonna share. So with that, let's dive into this video right away. So my dears, before starting the process of manifestation and before looking into the actual steps and how to go about it, there is the first and the most important point to keep in mind is to be grateful first and foremost of everything that you have. It doesn't matter if it is small, if it doesn't matter if it is relatively to another person, it's not much. All that matters is for you to look in the value and look at the blessings that you have at this particular moment. Even when you're watching this video, at this particular moment, what do you have, what you have achieved, and what are the things that you actually need to almost give yourself a pat on the shoulder, because you have already achieved so much. You can write them down. As for me, like before starting any manifestation ritual, I just pick one page and I start writing the things that I have already manifested, which are like the amount of things that I manifested in those last 2 years. They are like crazy. Like and when I start writing it, I can feel also the magic, and I can feel the power of the thing that I can manifest also in the future. So maybe even like looking towards your journey, the thing how they have unfolded, even the things in the past that you have seen as not really positive, and they have permitted you to enjoy beautiful things afterwards. Acknowledge that every step was very important for you to be where you are right now, and you can do a lot so that you can be whatever you would want to be in the future. So gratitude is important, and I feel like it's really the starting point, where to start if you would want to manifest anything in the future. So when it comes to the manifestation process, let's start with the first part, or maybe the first point, which is obviously, what do you want? What is this thing that you would want to manifest, experience, have? It doesn't really matter. And for that, you can just take a piece of paper, or even better, you can maybe get a notebook. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to look a certain way or have a certain color. It absolutely does not matter. You can just write in it a list. I want this and that. It could be in regards to love, relationships, health, anything really that you would want. You can just write it down. And this first step is really, really important, because what you're gonna do in it is gonna determine how to go about it in the next steps. So when it comes to every point that you're gonna write in this notebook, like the first thing that you should ask in terms of every point, do I really want it? And how you can answer this question is by imagining that you have actually achieved this manifestation, and it became real to you. It became actually a reality, and see how you feel about it. I'm going to be giving you an example, as in for me, I want to manifest a partner in my life. I want to be in a love, in a beautiful connection. But when I imagine myself being in a romantic relationship, I have this feeling of fear. And it's something that I'm working on, and something that I have evolved tremendously into getting a way out of this negative feeling, but I'm still in a process. So this is just an example. Yes, I haven't manifested this person. I know that it is gonna happen, but it is gonna take time. And all that matters for me, and also it could be for you as well, all that matters is for us to allow things to happen at its right time, so that you can actually enjoy it at its fullest. Okay, so this is the first step. The first step is to go for each point that you have written and ask yourself, do I really want it? Imagine yourself having it, and then identify what is that feeling. If the feeling is positive, yes, the first step is already done. If the feeling is not really as positive, or maybe it gives you a little bit of worry or anxiety, then there is a need maybe to ask more questions. Why are you feeling that way? Why is it that you would want something and you feel uncomfortable into realizing it or manifesting it in your life? And as for me, because it is something that I felt like it was this feeling was in some way bigger than me, and this is something that I always advise anyone, especially in certain situations when I do private readings, or even in general. Do not feel fearful or hesitant to consult a professional, because as for me, I have seen so many I have never been in a dysfunctional relationship myself, but it is something that I have witnessed around me throughout my life, like in my family, in my friendships. This is something that maybe in a way is preventing me from going for the thing that I want. So Again, do your part and do not feel hesitant into consulting a professional, into consulting someone that is going to be giving you maybe even more valuable information, or maybe advice that you can capitalize on, so that you can make this dream, make this manifestation a reality. So that was the first step, and right now let's move on to the next step. And so for the next step right now you have already identified the things that you really want. Ask yourself, why do you want it? This is a very important question, and not necessarily that is going to be actually permitting this manifestation to happen, but it definitely going to be facilitating it. So as an example, if you would want an amount of money, why do you want it? Why do you want it? Instead of saying, or maybe writing that I want maybe $100,000 or euros, or maybe $1 million, right? Like, what do you want to do with that money? What is that money going to be of use to you? How are you going to use it, and why do you want it in the first place? So this is also a very important step. And even as I have told you, even if it's not going to be having a direct impact on your manifestations, it definitely going to be helping you into manifesting them sooner, and also easier, with a lot more ease. Okay, so that was the second part of the manifestation process. So now that you know what you want and you know why you want it, the third question is it possible? Is it really possible for me to have it? It really does not, again, it doesn't matter if it is actually possible from the outside world, or maybe from what other people might think, but all that matters is you. Do you believe that it is possible for you? That is all that matters. If you think that it is possible for you to have this amount of money, even as an example, even if you don't have any additional stream of income, and you don't have any possibilities to get an additional amount of money from certain sources, good for you, it is totally fine. But if you think like deep down, if you think that yes, I would want this amount of money, but like it is impossible, I only have one salary, I'm not waiting for any kind of insurance money to come back, I'm not waiting for anything, this is impossible. So it's all about you, and how you feel about this wish, or maybe how about this manifestation that you would want to create. How do you feel about it? Do you feel that it is possible for you? Do you feel that it is not really possible for you? And with that, my dears, I wanted to share also like a video of my dear star girl, the practical witch, about manifestations and how to go about them. She uses the moon cycles. This is something that I use myself, and it suits me a lot. This is something that I feel comfortable doing. If you feel called into watching this video, it's listed in the info box down below as well. And why I wanted to mention this video is that there is a very, very important part into maybe changing the way that we think about manifesting certain things, especially if we feel that we are unworthy, if you feel that it's not possible for us, is to implement or maybe include in this in our practices, especially because it's a cyclic following the moon is something that is cyclic, and something that I find very beneficial, are releasing rituals, and also affirmation rituals or ceremonies that are included throughout in every month. There are at least 5 or 7 days that you do those things like daily, and they're gonna help you a lot to rethink maybe what you want in regards to if it is possible for you, or if you feel worthy in having it. So please, having no at the end of the question, it's only the start. And as I have told you at the beginning of the video, you can manifest anything, and do not stop when you receive a no. When you receive a no, it's time to take a step back and ask more questions. Why do I feel that I'm not worthy of this thing? What are the things that are maybe preventing me of getting it? Prayer, also affirmations and releasing ceremonies are extremely important. Also, if you want to include some forgiveness rituals, it really depends. It's again a very personal kind of information that you're gonna get after asking this question. So please follow it through. Do not stop just as at the first answer, and continue asking questions until you have maybe an idea of how to go about it in the future. Okay, so that was the part when it comes to is it possible for you or not. And now let's move on to the next part. And now let's talk a little bit about the actual ceremony, like the technicality, or maybe the more practical or the more material way of manifesting anything in your life. And with that, you can go on the internet, you can hear maybe an information that is going to be resonating with you deeply. You can even create something for yourself, something that you have never heard anywhere. And again, this particular part is extremely personal. If something resonates with you, go with it. And again, you can watch the if you would want to follow the moon cycles when it comes to manifestation. I don't want to repeat an information that is already there, so the video is listed in the info box of the Star Girl, the Practical Witch, and she talked about that already. And so if it resonates with you, then go for it. But I think that it is very worth mentioning that there are certain things that you need to keep in mind. Is that again, when it comes to this particular ceremony, it's something that should not be burdensome to you. It's something that you would feel comfortable doing, you would feel even enthusiastic doing. And it doesn't matter how you're gonna do it or what you're gonna do in it. The second point is that it will not produce any harm or any disturbances or destructive consequences either to you or to anything else. It could be something that is material, it could be something that is relating to an animal, or even yourself or another person. So something that is not going to be generating anything that is negative, and you would feel positive about it. Those are the only criteria that I feel like they are important. Other than that, anything really that you feel like you resonate with, in the information in regards to manifestation ceremonies are pretty much abundant. You can just go for the thing that you feel comfortable doing. Other than that, you just pick whatever you feel like. Okay, so that was when it comes to the actual manifestation ceremony. Again, it is very personal, so please follow your guidance and follow the thing that would make you feel comfortable. So now let's move on to the next part. And now that you have communicated what you wanted and the thing that you would want to manifest, it's time for you to let it go. It's time for you to let it go, and it doesn't matter if it's gonna happen today or like next year or even in 10 years. The information is already out there. Like, you have communicated that, it's already out of your system. And all the thing that you can do actually to make it come to you faster or to make the process easier to you is to implement again those very important forgiveness, releasing and affirmation rituals that are going to be helping you big time into first and foremost feeling better and feeling more comfortable, and also allowing those manifestations or maybe those wishes to actually come true at their right timing. Okay, so it is very important for you to know that whatever the way that you have communicated it, the information is right there right now in the universe, and right now the focus is on you. Focus on other things in your life, let it be, forget about it, and now it's time for you to actually work on yourself, work on your limiting beliefs if you have any, work also on your health or many aspects that you feel like you need to take care of yourself or maybe take care of your environment. Okay, and now let's move on to the next step. And I really wanted to include this step because it's extremely important, and it's something that I have experienced myself, and I encourage, even if someone really is not spiritual or they don't know much about spirituality, it's something that I'm always ready to share with people that I know, is generating karma. And generating karma could be bad or good, and for that I wanted to actually talk about both sides of this particular point. So you can generate good karma not only when it comes to other people, or maybe other things, other species, or maybe something that you care for, something that you feel that you are contributing towards in a positive way. Do not exclude yourself from the frame. Do not, you can generate good karma by taking care of yourself. Anything really that is positive towards you or towards other people or towards other things, it is absolutely the same in the eyes of the universe. So as an example, if you wake up in the morning and you make yourself like a good breakfast, as if you were making it for a very dear, loving person that you really care for, it is a very beautiful good karma that you're generating right there. If you are maybe to take care of your health by exercising, or maybe by going out for a walk, or maybe by doing certain things that are going to be improving the way that you feel, or maybe the way that you anything that is related to you or to other people, other animals, or other things, this generates some good karma. And for me, personally, I feel like volunteering is a very beautiful thing, and this is really something that is pretty much personal, but if it's something that you would want to do, I highly encourage you to do so. For me, I have volunteered a lot when it comes to maybe helping elderly people, maybe getting them out of the house, just going to see maybe a movie or go to the theater, sharing a cup of coffee with them, or maybe a cup of tea. Like certain people that are pretty much very isolated, especially in this time, in those times of confinement. So if you can maybe even share a positive word to someone, if you can, it's something sometimes that we overlook, but it's so important that it needs really some consideration for ourselves to know actually and feel the importance of it. As an example, if someone would share something in the comment section in any video, and you send them some love, you send them some encouragement, it is such a beautiful karma that you're generating. It's something that could be that simple, but the consequences of it so much beautiful light that you're emanating, and that is going to be as well coming back to you tenfolds. Okay, so what did I wanted to say as well when it comes to the good karma? Yeah, anything really that you enjoy doing, again, when it comes to volunteering, if it's not something that you enjoy doing, that then there are 1,000 things that you can do. And the only thing that maybe you might keep in mind is that do things that you enjoy because you want to do them, not for anything in return. It's not that you are generating good karma so that you are getting something back, but it's something that you're enjoying in the first place. So just do it for the sake of it. Do it to put a smile on someone's face, or to make someone's day easier, and do not exclude yourself from this equation. Do as well certain things for yourself so that you can feel good, so that you can feel happier, so that you can feel more comfortable. Okay, and now let's move on to the second part of this particular point, which is bad karma. And bad karma, again, I'm gonna repeat it again, do not exclude yourself from this equation, which means that if you be very aware and conscious about the way that you speak towards yourself. Like sometimes do you feel like sometimes you tell yourself that you are not smart enough, or maybe that who do you think you are, or maybe you talk to yourself in a certain way that if you were to imagine yourself talking in the same language to another person, you might even be considered as maybe a bully or someone that is really should do some self-reflection. So again, bad karma does not have to do with other people and what you are doing, but do not exclude yourself again from the frame and from the equation. The second thing that I wanted really to mention, and it is something that is I got it so many times, like as an advice for people that consult me, because I got that very clearly in the cards, and I felt like, especially right now, I felt like I need to share it with you, my dears. As an example, gossip. You have no idea what you are generating and what you are doing when you are gossiping about someone. Especially just imagine if the person that you are talking about was there with you. How would they feel? Would they feel good about the thing that might be said in the conversation? Would they feel that is it really a compliment? This is really what are the questions that are needed to be asked. It doesn't matter if the person that you are talking about, or maybe the person in question, is there physically or not. For the universe, again, it really does not matter, okay? And the second thing, especially because we cannot really disassociate ourselves from certain people that need certain lessons, so that they can learn that those behaviors are not really to be carried out, especially if you would want to evolve and be better. Try at least to distance yourself from those discussions, and you could as well change the subject, or maybe just all in all go out of the room, or maybe go somewhere else when those conversations start to be a little bit yeah. So it doesn't again, it doesn't matter if you are maybe contributing or not, but try to distance yourself from those kind of negative and toxic environment, especially when we're talking about someone else or even yourself. Like again, if someone would talk to you in a certain way, just let them be, and try again to change the subject or move on, or maybe distance yourself once and for all from any kind of negative discussions and negative interactions. So this is what I wanted to say when it comes to karma, and now let's move on to the next point. So the last point is actually very easy. It's like one sentence. Move it in silence. If there is anything that you would want to have or maybe manifest in your life, keep it to yourself. And why I'm saying that, it's not for you to be secretive, it's not for you to actually maybe be sneaky. This is not really what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you are yourself, you have your own composition, and you have your own way of thinking and feeling about things. And when you add another person, you add also the feeling and the way that they feel and they think about what you would want to manifest. Especially because people sometimes would give you advice, or even they would feel a certain way and you're gonna feel it. Like we can feel the energy of other people, and it can have an impact on the thing that you would want to manifest. As an example, and I'm not saying that as in of the other person is maybe not wishing you well. This is not really what I'm saying. I'm saying that the other people have already been in their own like experiences. They have been disappointed, and there are certain things that maybe have hindered them in their journey in their life, and there is no need for you to carry that with you as well. And as an example, if you were to share with a parent, even a parent, like I want to be an astronaut, as an example, and for your parent it is something that is impossible, but for you it is very possible, and you would want to work for it, and you would want it to be to become true. and they might feel like to protect you, they need maybe to give you a wake-up call, or whatever you would want to call it, as in maybe you need to be more realistic, or it is I don't want you to be disappointed, or something of the sort. And we know that we have at least once in our lives encountered those kind of discussions and interactions with people that love us the most. It's not about someone that wants maybe something that is bad for you, or doesn't want you to succeed, not at all. So that's why for me, like personally, it's something that I do myself, and it worked marvelously for me, and also for other people that do not share that much until their manifestation is there, it's real. Then if they can share it, it really depends on each and every one of you. But when it's in the process, when it's in the works, maybe it's better, at least from my own experience, maybe it is better to keep it for yourself. And that was this point of moving in silence. And lastly, I just wanted to give you maybe some final additional messages in regards to this manifestation process that I have shared with you. Again, I would want to emphasize that it is something that I have tried myself, and it worked every time. It is really, really surprising, and all I can tell you, like, if there is a word to take out of what I have said, believe in the magic, because there are certain things that have happened to me that in a way you cannot really make sense out of it. But just believe in your spiritual team. Things can happen in a blink of an eye, and do not underestimate your power of manifestation. Again, you can manifest anything, and if you feel that you are hindered into realizing maybe one point or the other, be persistent, and you're gonna achieve absolutely all your dreams. So that was the manifestation process in my eyes, of course, the way that I feel about it and what I think about it. And if you would want to share your own experiences, do that in the comment section down below. It would be highly appreciated, not only for me, because I would want to learn about what you have done as well, and let's share again the information in between us, and also for other people that might read the comment section down below, and there might be an information that is going to be very valuable to them. So I highly advise you to do so. And now let's move into the actual pick a card reading. And now let's move on to the second part of this video, which is about the pick a card reading. So we have here three options. The first option is that of the waves, the second one is the crystal, and the third one is the marble. So the question that we're gonna answer in this particular reading is all about how can you manifest. Again, it is the same general question that we have tried to answer in the first part of the video, and also I wanted to give you some additional information about the things that you are manifesting right now, and it's only going to be a matter of time before they're going to be entering your life. So what are the things that are in process and that you're gonna get very, very soon? I'm not saying in maybe years. The time that I'm inquiring about in this particular reading is about 3 months. So in the next 3 months, what are you gonna manifest, and also how you can manifest the thing that you are wishing for at this particular moment. So please choose the option or options that you feel most drawn to. As for me, I'm gonna start right away with option number 1. So my dear option number 1, first of all, I wanted to start the reading by asking the question, what are you manifesting right now? And I can tell you right away that you're manifesting financial security. It's really different from every single one of us. It really doesn't matter what it actually symbolizes and means for you, but this is really the first message that I'm getting. You are manifesting financial security. You're gonna like sleep at night and feel like you have enough for today, for tomorrow, and for the days, months and years to come. This is really what I'm feeling when it comes to the thing that you're gonna manifest very, very soon. So Seven of Wands. What are you manifesting right now, my dear option number 1? What are you manifesting? Okay, let's take those cards. The Star. Look at that. Security in and I have mentioned, like, literally that you're gonna sleep at night feeling like everything is going to be all right. This is exactly what I have been talking about. And if you imagine like someone laying on the beach and laying in this beautiful scenery in here, you feel so much appeaseness, you feel so much right now I can rest, right now I can feel like everything is going to be all right. And with this Seven of Wands, I feel like maybe you had this feeling that you needed to work a lot, you needed to actually prove yourself just for you to get this wish. And you're gonna realize, especially when it's gonna become true, that you really don't need that. You don't need to put on a face, you don't need to work hard. You only need to believe and then to put on the right steps in front of you. There is no need to carry any kind of defensiveness when it comes to people around you. And things are gonna change. I feel like maybe you're gonna either feel or see financial abundance in a different way in the future. It's not something that is possible only for certain people or maybe only for the privileged ones. I see that there is a very awakening of your hope and of your faith that is going to be possible very soon. So two things that I see is that a reawakening of your faith and also a very strong financial security, maybe a new stream of income, maybe you're gonna invest in a home, maybe you're gonna invest in something that is going to be generating some income in the future. But all that matters is the peace of mind that this manifestation is gonna give you. So right now let's look into what can you do right now when it comes to your manifestations. So what can you do right now is actually to communicate what you want. It's almost like, depending on how you were raised and where you lived and the environment where you grew up, you felt like even thinking about maybe wanting certain things was maybe you felt like you are being delusional, you felt like you're being maybe it can never happen to you. So this is really what needs your focus at this particular moment, is to work on those particular things that you are feeling about. What do you want? So communicate everything, and do not feel like there are only certain things that are meant for you and the other things that are for people that are different, people that have already things maybe laid out for them. So maybe work on that, especially with this 10-10. I see that there are some certain, especially 2 maybe months, I'm hearing 2 months of you focusing on this point, so that things can move even faster in the future. So please reconsider the way that you think about, the way that you think about maybe getting the things that you are wishing for. You feel like maybe people are sneaky or opportunistic. Those are the people that actually achieve a lot in their lives. But it doesn't have to be that way. This is really what you need to keep in mind at this particular moment. Work on those 2 points, and it is really going to help you in the future. Also, with those Two of Pentacles in reverse, if you feel like maybe there is one part or maybe one area in your life that needs a little bit of a push, give it some energy. As an example, if you have like main job and then you have something aside, this additional thing, especially if it is yours, if it's something that you have initiated yourself, and it could evolve as a fruitful business in the future, focus on it and give it some attention as well. Do not focus entirely on maybe a constant stream of income, but enlarge your perspective on things that could be more liberal and could grow with time. So this is what I see for you, my dear option number 1. Thank you for watching. Please let me know in the comment section down below how it resonated with you. I'm sending you lots of love, and I will connect with you next time. Bye. Hello, my dear option number 2. So if you have chosen the card of the crystal, welcome guys to your reading. What I would like to let you know, my dears, is that there is something that is going to be happening to you in regards to communication, and also in regards to an opportunity. So those two things are pretty much linked in your reading, which like can relate to someone that is calling you maybe to collaborate, or maybe a new job opportunity that is going to be communicated to you. But there is a message or a letter, a communication that is going to be very, very positive and good for you. And it's also relating to money, relating to investment, relating to material things. So let's get some cards about what are you manifesting. Yeah, an offer really that is going to be so positive for you. You're gonna feel so happy receiving this communication, this letter. This could be relating to love as well, into relationships, but I see mostly something that is more connected to the material realm. But let's get some more cards so that we can get, yeah, material realm, exactly. So yeah, a very beautiful manifestation in regards to a new job opportunity. Maybe someone that would want to collaborate with you to invest in what you are doing, but it definitely it's relating to money. It's something that is very dear to your heart. So whatever the thing that is going to be happening when it comes to this manifestation, it's something that you enjoy doing. It's not something that is going to be coming as a burden to you, not at all. But you're gonna feel almost excited, like, when am I gonna start this job? When am I gonna start this new business venture? It really doesn't matter. Wow, look at that. communication, and then a whole new cycle that is gonna open to you. And I see that very soon. Again, just to emphasize on the timing, I have asked the question in regards to like a matter of months, not a matter of years or decades. So it's like the soonest you're gonna experience this manifestation, or make it see it manifest very, very soon. So right now, what do you need to know when it comes to your manifestations? Not ready. What do you need to know when it comes to your manifestation? Is there anything that you need to know? So yeah, I see doubt. So you are actually already, and it is very predictable, as in you have chosen the card of the crystal. In crystals, they already have lots of energy, and they help us channel and generate beautiful energy for us and for other people. And what I see in here is that maybe you would want to give your yourself credit a little bit more. Your intuition is definitely on point, and you need to value what you are feeling, value the thing that you feel like. There is maybe a nudge, or maybe a feeling that there are certain things that are beautiful and that are going to happen. Believe in them because they are gonna happen. So if I can tell you anything, is that move on from any kind of doubt. Do not doubt your manifestations. Do not doubt what you can achieve and what you can make, what you can manifest, because you already have a feeling that it is true and it is gonna happen. So you only need to be maybe more decisive and more assertive into believing in your intuition. So this is what I see for you, my dear option number 2. Thank you so much for watching, and now I'm gonna move on to the next reading. Hello, my dear option number 3. So if you have chosen the card of the marble, welcome guys to your reading. So first and foremost, let's ask the question, what are you gonna manifest? And first, the first messages that I'm hearing is that you're gonna manifest something that is stable. I'm just gonna give you an example. If you are already in a relationship, or if you have just met someone, or if you're gonna meet someone, this relationship that you're gonna be in like the next one, it's going to be a long-term relationship. You could get married, you could have even a family, have kids. It really depends on each and every one of you and what you really would want. If it's your wish, if it's something that you want to experience in your life, then it is gonna happen, and it's gonna happen soon. And the second thing that I heard, especially if you have, maybe you would want to manifest a job opportunity or something that is stable, or especially if you are right now doing an internship, if you are not sure if you're gonna be like continuing working for a company or not. I see that it doesn't matter if you're gonna continue working where you are at this particular moment or not, but the place where you're gonna be very soon, it's going to be very stable, something that you can rely on, and something that you are not going to be fearful that maybe they're gonna let you go afterwards or anything of the sort. So definitely stability in a work environment. And also I feel very strongly when it comes to relationships and when it comes to your home life in general. And I wanted also to give an additional message that I'm hearing right now. It's when it comes to people that are already in a family situation. It could be with your parents, it could be with your siblings. I see that your links with your parents, or especially if there are some kind of disturbances, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through those kind of arguments, and things are going to be much more harmonious like in the next couple of months even. So again, I just would like to emphasize, especially if you have skipped the first part where I explained what I'm gonna do right now, all those messages are like for the next couple of months, or maybe the next months. It's not really next years or next decade. So what you are gonna manifest very soon. So yeah, it's only a matter of time. I see here 3, so it could be 3 months where you're gonna get something that is very stable, and something it's almost like a contract, because the devil, especially when it comes to manifestations and when it comes to things that are positive and things that are concrete, I always link it to contracts. So it could be marriage, it could be like buying a home, it could be signing something that is going to be something that you have waiting for a long time, having a new job, getting a new job, something of the sort. So let's get some more cards. Yeah, so the next love offer, especially if it's reciprocated, obviously, if you want to be with this person, I see that it is going to be a very solid offer, and you're gonna live, I'm hearing the romance of it's gonna be the romance of your lifetime. Okay. It's going to be very beautiful. It doesn't matter if you are 60, if you are 90, or if you are 20. You're gonna feel as a teenager with this person. You're gonna live such beautiful moments. And yeah, I see that it could be as well someone with whom you're gonna either move in together very soon. You're not going to be taking so much time before the both of you are gonna make this decision, because I see that the attraction between the both of you really is something that you have been expecting for a long time, and something that you have been waiting for. And right now it's the time for it to actually manifest. So let's get one more card. What are you manifesting very soon? Ooh, 2 cards. Okay, we're gonna get those 2, and we're gonna keep them together. Exactly. So you have been waiting a lot for this new opportunity, and you are not willing to accept anybody unless they are the right one for you. So it doesn't matter if you have had maybe other opportunities in the past or even right now. That's why I got this very strong message that when you're gonna feel like those feelings are reciprocated, so it doesn't matter if the other person is going to be offering you maybe their cup of love. If you feel like this is not the right one for you, you are willing to wait. You are willing to wait for the one that you're gonna feel there is a deep soul connection with. This is really, especially with this devil and with this 2 of cups, this is, I'm hearing, especially if you resonate with the concept of twin flames, I see that you might manifest your twin flame very soon, or at least it is going to be a deep soul connection between the both of you. Okay, so I wanted also to give you some information about What can you do right now when it comes to your manifestations? Is there anything that you need to keep in mind? One more card. Yeah. Yes. At the bottom of the deck we have the King of Wands, and what I see out of this combination of cards is that, first of all, if there are certain things that in the future after this manifestation is gonna happen are not gonna be manifested in your life at your own timing, or maybe when you would want them to happen, please do not feel disappointed, because there is this very particular right time for them to actually happen. So for if there is anything that you might need to work on at this particular moment, is to just relax. Do not feel like your time is running out, especially with this Hierophant in reverse. There is no such a thing as a time or maybe age, or it really doesn't matter. Again, if you are, the same message is repeating itself, if you are 60, 80, 90 or 30, it does not matter. The right things are always worth waiting for. So do not feel disappointed. Maybe if you have been putting in your mind that by this age or maybe by this moment I should have this or that, let go of those ideas. And again, I highly advise you to do some affirmations like pretty regularly, and also some releasing rituals, so that you can release, just to breathe those energies out of your system. So this is what I see for you, my dear option number 3. Thank you so much for watching, and I will connect with you next time. Bye.